Hi everyone, welcome back to a Dawg's vlog. Today's video is going to be the last video that you guys are going to be seeing from me for this year because it's almost the end of the quarter, it's almost summer break, which is really bittersweet, but today's topic is a very important and relevant topic that I'm very excited to talk with you about, and that is the UW Food Pantry. The UW Food Pantry, some of you may not know what that is, but it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a food pantry here on campus for UW community. And basically it is here to serve students, staff, and faculty with food insecurities by providing non-perishable grocery items, household items, and other things for the UW community at no cost. So it's absolutely free and it's a resource for you to use if you are experiencing food insecurity, whether that be often or rarely, whatever it is for you. And so this is a really important resource that I completely advocate for. I actually volunteer at the UW Food Pantry every other week. I'm going to be showing you a little bit behind the scenes, what it looks like inside, what I kind of do when I volunteer there, and then also I'm going to be getting a group of friends to go with me to the district market. We have leftover money on our dining accounts, and since they do not roll over at the end of the year, we're going to be using that for a little bit of good and going to the district market to buy things to donate to the food pantry. And going through that process with you all. So let's head over to the district market and get started. So the food pantry also takes household items like toilet paper, feminine hygiene products, so we're gonna make sure to get some of that as well as non-perishable food.
I don't know.
Noah's here now from class. He showed up late, but he's still ready to donate. Ooh, that rhymed! No! So right now I'm outside of the UW Food Pantry, right there, you can see it. So the UW Food Pantry is located in Poplar Hall, but it is in the back of Poplar Hall, so not where the front entrance is, and that is over in West Campus. So definitely make sure to come and check it out, and you can find the hours online because they're changing on a quarterly basis. But yeah, we're over here in West Campus at Poplar Hall. Back, this is kind of our storage area. I have all the donations here from me and my friends, and then also more donations from somebody else, and I'm going to log them in the computer and kind of track so that we know how much food is coming in or how much donations are coming in by pounds, and that just helps us track it. Okay, so I just finished weighing our donated items, and my group had 42.1 pounds of food and 8.1 pounds of household items like toilet paper, toothpaste, and everything, which is so exciting. That's a total of over 50 pounds of donated items, and so now I'm going to go through these and put these out on the shelves for people to grab. So here we have snacks and miscellaneous items, and then we have grains and staples like pasta, and then over here we have fruits and vegetables and some like household items down there like toilet paper and soap and drinks, and then over here is proteins, which include chili and beans and sausages, Spam, all that good stuff. Tuna's up there. And then over here is granola and cereal. And then down here, we have soups. And we have them divided by non-veggie soups. So you got like vegetable beef and chicken noodle. And then over here is like veggie soup, so tomato soup. And then down there is diapers, which are always good. And more household items down there. There are also fresh produce in these bins that we get from the UW farm, as you can see here. Organic surplus produce, and then in the fridge there are ready-to-eat things like sandwiches and salads and drinks, which are also good. I'm here with Shaun Ferris, and he's a big part of the UW Food Pantry. So do you want to explain kind of your job, and then how does that interact with the food pantry?
Sure. I am the manager of student success on University of Washington campus. Really focus on undergraduate student experience, but I also work with our food pantry and have been involved with the pantry and our Any Hungry Husky effort since it was really before an effort. It was just an idea that sort of sparked among some staff here.
So what is Any Hungry Husky?
Yeah, so Any Hungry Husky is an umbrella of resources on campus that are aimed at addressing food insecurity among students, sort of taking a holistic approach, understanding that no one resource is going to work for everybody.
So obviously the UW Food Pantry is here for people with who are experiencing food insecurity. What does that mean? Like what does that encompass, and what is that like?
Yeah. So food insecurity, I think for a lot of folks, is just the experience of not having the resources to buy the food that they want, to feed themselves in the way that they want to, with the type of food that they want to eat. And really, I think for students here, it exists on kind of a spectrum. It's something that comes and goes. So students kind of move between food secure and food insecure as they go throughout the quarter. And we see that here at the pantry, where folks will come shop with us, 2 weeks in a row, but then we won't see them until the next quarter.
What would it look like if a student was to come in here, never been in here before? What would we do, and what do they need to know?
Yeah, so any student at the University of Washington is able to come here. All you need is to have your Husky ID. You show up at the front door. We've got sort of fluctuating hours, so it's always good to check the website in advance to make sure that we're open. But you come here, ring the doorbell, we'll let you in, show us your ID, we'll swipe that if you're okay with it, just to mark that you are here, and then you are given a basket, kind of like you'd grab at a grocery store, and you can move around the space and shop and choose the items that you would want.
So I'm a volunteer here at the food pantry.
What do you do for us?
Yeah, what do I do? So it kind of varies, but like some people will be in charge of checkout, which just consists of like checking people's items, making sure they don't go over the limits, which kind of vary depending on what we have at the time. Or you could do check-in, which is like what Shaun said, we'll swipe your card just to keep it tracking for us. Or like I showed you earlier, kind of going through donations and repackaging items.
We have a gleaning team, and that's how we get the produce from the farm and the food from Housing and Food Services. And so those folks show up earlier in the day or at some set hours with UW Farm, and they harvest produce, clean produce, package it, and then bring it back to the pantry. The folks who go to HFS locations, will grab some supplies, run over to those places, and move across campus. So if you like to be outdoors and active, these are great volunteer opportunities. We need folks, we rely on folks to host food drives for us, to work through their RSOs, through their hall councils, and to organize on their own, and to get people to donate both food or money.
Volunteering is not a huge time commitment if you don't have the time. You can volunteer as less as like once a week. Like they want you to help out. We really run on volunteers helping out, but like obviously we understand that like everybody has their own requirements and like stuff that they have to do. Thank you, Shaun.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Woo. That's all the time I have today for our video on the food pantry, but I'm so glad I got to use this as a resource to show you guys how awesome the food pantry is and how you can use it here on campus. Like I said before, this is my last video for the year, but make sure to always like our videos and subscribe to our channel if you haven't, and feel free to use these videos as a resource, share them with your friends, so that you can know what it's like to live here on UW campus. But otherwise, I'll see you guys in the fall. Bye!